You know what? Sometimes you sit up here just setting up the shot, and they completely fuck it up for you.
Welcome back. It's been a bit. The first time me and DJ met was here at Southern Pines. It was a brisk November morning. It was awesome then to be able to tell the story of Southern Pines because we truly thought that it was, it was back on the ropes fighting for life and we didn't know if it was going to be able to survive.
What do you like about this place?
This is home. This is Southern Pines, and this is where everybody who's not at the resort or not at a private club, this is where we come and play at. And it's just awesome to be able to show it in a good light. Last time that we were here playing golf at Southern Pines, it looked a lot different. So 2020, the course was officially sold to Kelly Miller and his, the rest of the group that's part of Pine Needles, Mid Pines. And Southern Pines has kind of been given a new life here.
They're keeping it scruffy, but some of the holes where we saw the new bunkering that they're doing just felt like some nice flourishes to return it to its former glory.
Kyle Franz, who did Mid Pines and Pine Needles, is doing awesome work out here. Immediately you're going to see new bunker work put in, restoring some of the old original Ross bunkers, but also adding quite a bit of new ones in. The process of expanding some of the original green sizes back to their shape, and then new tee boxes. But I think the biggest thing that you're gonna see is a ton of trees that have been cut down, which has just opened up corridors, giving the course a little bit of room to breathe and bringing some new life into it.
Neil, I'll tell you, the thing that sticks with me the most, with a little time to reflect, the routing. Just an excellent piece of property, and you just go up, down, over, around. Excellent use of land.
Yes.
By Mr. Ross.
It felt like the tee boxes and the greens are exactly where they should be, and he made some great choices over 100 years ago, 1920 something.
I think literally, who could say?
I'm sure they could say.
They could probably tell us.
I had a feeling of nostalgia the whole time I was there. It felt like an old piece of property, and like the true sense of the hidden gem. Not to use a cliche, but it felt like a piece of land that had been there for a long time, hasn't been changed much, and they got it right the first time.
Number one is crazy fairway bunker work put in, improved greenside bunkers, and then the back kind of connecting up to the new 2 tee box.
Gosh, what else stuck with me? I thought their greens were so good, and I know they're doing a lot of work to the greens, which is crazy, but so, they were firm, fast, pure. I was highly impressed with the greens out there.
I come right back at it. Hell yeah. Fairway.
I really liked the uphill par 4, number 4 was good. But I really liked the downhill par 5. You hit over this, I wouldn't call it a blind tee shot, but it kind of drops off and goes left. And then it just really it kind of sums up a lot of the shots I hit out there. Very fun, challenging second shot into this par 5 with a giant bunker on the right. And like I felt all day, a lot of uneven lies. You're like, oh man, I hit a great drive and now I'm getting home in 2. Not so fast, downhill lie, a little above your feet. You start thinking about, like, it's a variable very subtle variable that plays a big factor out there.
Dudes.
It's hard to pick a single hole, but I love the par 3s out here. I mean, they're what you expect out of any Donald Ross design. They vary in length, but every single one of them has unique green complexes that make you think. So I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a short little par 3, you're gonna hit a little wedge up there. You got to get it on the surface, or else you're gonna be you know, scrambling and having a rough day.
I want to give credit to number 15. It's a par 5, kind of what you see is what you get, long par 5, downhill tee shot, and then an interesting decision to make on your second shot. There's like a mini great hazard, a not so great hazard that cuts across the fairway, kind of in a comfortable layup area. I love the downhill tee shot and then the uphill second shot. You know, the thing to note about that hole specifically, I've seen some old pictures, videos, and kind of
deep in the archive.
Yeah,
huh?
deep in the archives, and that was kind of a nothing hole. You know, certainly nothing like it is now. They put in all that bunkering, put in that hazard, and have really made that an interesting, fun hole. And that's really going on all over the golf course. There were a number of holes we played where I was like, dang, this is a really like handsome hole. And our host, Cody, was like, yeah, those bunkers are all completely new. I was like, oh my God. It makes me really excited to see like the finished form of Southern Pines. Honestly, it might be too good. Many people are concerned it might be too good.